Welcome to Winternomics.eth. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready, bitches. Winternomics. Welcome. Welcome to Winternomics.eth. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready, bitches. Winternomics. Welcome. Welcome to Winternomics.eth. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready, bitches. Winternomics. Welcome.
Audio hiccup.
Welcome
Unreal.
to Winternomics.eth.
Alright, well,
Your stream will begin
got the
shortly.
video fixed. How you guys doing out there? We're still in pre-roll. Trying to get some
Loading in 5,
pre-smoke. I need a smoke and drink after this fucking start. Jesus fucking Christ.
3,
Badass effect, huh?
Welcome. Winternomics.
All right, second try. How's it going out there, everybody? It's a little tricky to figure out where the sweet spot of this fucking this effect's at. I think it's back here. You guys dig it? Yeah, this is definitely a pretty clever one between myself and Vale. I like this a lot. This one's dope. I think for the night show, right? This is some dope vibes. So how you guys doing out there? All 40 of you that joined me tonight. Believe me, we appreciate you coming. Guys, have a good day of morning prep. You want to make a play on that? Need some dildo rules? Tell me some things. I see some of you here, same guys from the morning. I don't see any of our Asia and Australian fam yet. We are a little late getting started though, so I'd imagine they kind of need to figure out if I'm on time or not. Finally get to chill. Lucky Beast, welcome to the show. Good to have you, man. Gurjit, what up, man? I know you. How you been? Profitable day, homie. That's as good as we can hope for, right? The markets are crazy. A little bit of a reversal going on right now. Some crypto things we're gonna take a look at. We've been kind of keeping a tight eyes on potentials for like the market to de-risk, and whether or not this little bounces, and the dead cat bounce we're getting is turning into a bear flag that can continue the crash cycle structure down. So why did my chat just kick me out? What does that mean? Okay, I'm still in there. This thing's having some issues. Cruisley, anybody new on the evening show? Is everybody here like a vet from the morning show? The ETHUSD level once again on point. All the levels are on point. Hope you guys are paying attention to your roadmaps and levels that you have, from various shows and from OnlyFans. Every level you care about, you've already got. Michael Fitzpatrick, you have an offer on 3 ETH on Black Order. Black Order over on Foundation? Those don't last more than 24 hours. Wait a minute. Which one do you have it on? I don't have one like that. Let me I don't think I recognize what you're saying right there. I don't think I have anything lasting like that. Let me see. No, where does that? I don't see that. It's gone from me. I don't see any offer like that price for it. Or yeah, I see no outstanding 3 ETH off. Where do you have that? Yeah, I don't. That's the highest offer made was this, and then it got bought. It got bought for 10. I don't have a 3 ETH offer on it at all. I don't see that. Mine is on Black Order. Yeah, I just showed you. That was Black Order. Is it an OpenSea? Tell me where it's stuck at, because I don't see. That's not a Foundation. They expire in 24 hours, and OpenSea there's no offer. Or that maybe I don't see it no more. But yeah, see, that's what it says right now on OpenSea. The highest offer is 1. It is nothing. This is Black Order. I don't know if you're talking about like this guy, but none of these have that. I don't have 3 on anything. You gotta send me a link of what you're saying. Hopefully you can order offer on somebody else's. That's not on mine though. BTC's taking a huge dump. Let me pull that up right now. Yeah, pretty aggressive. Let's see. Watching ETH, right? So we had this guy. Oh wait, I gotta get the color scheme for the night show. One sec. Can't be giving us red and green on this. Hold on a sec. Fuck sakes, where did they put that stupid template thing? Mooncat. The Mooncat love colors will fit with our filter too. Mooncat. So Mooncat. There we go. This is what we were watching, right? Holding that angle, resisting doing. We have a little swing level to pay attention to. We gave you this, what we talked about, 1931. Pay attention to that. BTC, we pay attention to Sailor. You know, he's at 30,700. And this range here, this is the range that you pay attention to, right? The LTC grandma zone, right? That's a projection. He possibly gets up there and then rotates out of that. I'm sure you guys all, if you follow my account at all, you saw some of the craziness and the interactions going on in Twitter and the emotions, you know, that were running that we told you is a dangerous thing to see. The market is extremely bearish, and those negative sentiments are indicative of where in the market you are, location and price, right? You know, an emotional point in a population of people, and either that one individual person that I picked out that was, you know, shitting all over Goblin Town, is the only person who feels like that, or he's everybody else. If he's everybody else, everybody's in that long emotional and underwater, and that's exactly the sentiment that lets markets fucking continue to fucking rip your soul out. So I checked that, you know, and it really was. It was like, you know, it was community wide, just a level of salt trying to justify themselves, and it's like, it's a bad energy. Whenever you see that energy, it tells you about where you are in the market. I'm a little wrecked, so I sound a little tired, but don't worry, I'm good. I can do this. I'm just a little gassed out. So I put a chart up for this that I posted a million things. I hope the guy can find it. Let's see. We'll go over it again here. Right. All right, so the main reason that I was checking this is, one, it's not healthy, right? Inside of an ecosystem, you don't want to see that kind of energy. If you ever to look outside your ecosystem to bash on the ecosystem, you're either the only one with your eyes not on the future, or everyone in the ecosystem's not got their eyes on the future, and that's complacency, and you will fucking slip, right? It's things that happen in the bear market. Everyone starts to perform more poorly and more emotionally, and so the correlation of assets, risk assets, which are really amount to populations of people in various systems, tend to look alike and tend to act alike and be completely unaware that they're doing something that doesn't look anything like when they were in bull phase. Can you check them out of it? Probably not. Definitely like a level of herd mentality that just really tells us where we are, right? We can't change people, and we're not trying to do that either. But we are taking a stance and looking at things for what they really are. I give a shit about kissing a ring or zealotry. Right? I'm always going to call shit for what it is. The reason people follow what I do is because I'm seriously, ridiculously precise, because I give a fuck all about anybody's feelings. If a fucking train is coming to hit us, I will tell you a train is coming to hit us, whether you want to hear it or not, right? It's for your own fucking good. And I always speak, truth to perceivable power. I don't give a fuck about power anymore. What is power, right? Truth to the fucking would-be authorities. At the end of the day, like, this is a shitty climate. And that climate, it echoes this marketplace, right? It echoes the time period of August 2013 when BTC itself was shockwaving sideways. And, basically looking something like gold from the 1980s. And this was the little, unwinding, the reduction of energy before fucking absolute apocalypse came in and fucking leveled everybody. But in this time period where the market was really stable from August through the collapse in November, that was only true in BTC, right? This is definitely an A-tier coin. Is in full phase melt the fuck down in that period, August to November. It's getting just destroyed. And of all things, the meme coin of its time, the Goblin Town of 2018, is doing exactly the fucking opposite shit while people are licking their wounds inside of ETH down 60-70% off highs. The psychology is exactly the same, right? The blue chip guy that has real utility is getting fucking unloaded because there's real money to leave the system inside of him, and there's nobody in Goblin Town yet. It's brand new, and motherfuckers, nobody's in motherfuckers, right? So the meme coins have less sell pressure and, a pool of people willing to pump it. This is just sentiment things, right? Because I've been in many cycles since crypto 2013. I've accurately forecasted every major fucking one. So in case there's any doubt to that one, right? Here in the show, we don't have time to argue that shit on Twitter, nor do we give a fuck. But if you're here watching this show, I'm going to show you something. All right, where the fuck is it? I really can't see shit through dark glasses in a dark room, It's not the smartest move. But I wear my sunglasses at night. Bunch of haters. I make it look good, too. Anyways, crypto 2014, little nostalgia for all these people like, who the heck I think he is? I'm TA, bitch, and I'm the reason you're in fucking NFTs right now. So shut the fuck up. That's who the fuck I am. 2014, when people didn't realize that, volume was a thing, we forecasted the low of the crash of GOX when no one knew what a crash cycle was, and they didn't know technical analysis was a thing that you could use, right? And then when GOX slammed into that level, I was in a trading room with a bunch of OGs, and we caught it publicly. I dropped this on the left side, and then this is BTC China. And we FOMO'd into this guy about the 440s and took him up through the 600s from here. And this was the knife catch of the century, done in front of everybody by something no one had ever seen. So I introduced this idea, and I also landed a position to be a branding rep for TradingView. And Stan Bokov, the owner of TradingView, asked me, can you do crazy shit like what you posted on our walls more than once? I'm like, yeah, I do it all the fucking time. So he's like, all right. Could you demonstrate some of our tools to the public in the marketplace and then kind of help people understand how you would use them? That's actually why a lot of the eras of TA happened in crypto. So because he'd asked me that, I had to use a lot of different tools to showcase the tools on the side over here, right? He basically was like, can you use all of this stuff and all of this stuff? And I'm like, yeah, I can use them all, including this crazy fib spiral, which no one had ever seen before. I was like, yeah, I know how to use every single one of these. And he's like, all right. He's like, okay, so you can demonstrate all of them? I'm like, sure. And so I got that position with them as a moderator, but not really moderating the community, just really to demonstrate how the fuck you use these things. So this first chart, if you see it here, is learn how to use the VPVR. So I turned this thing on, the first major indicator, and forecasted a catch level for GOX using it. That's where this all began, right? 100 main volume price. So teaching people where basic support and resistance comes from, then teaching people here, this is just inside of a room, forecasting like, with volume climaxes where the crash cycle low was going to be when they slammed into that. And so we caught that. People saw this shit, crazy stuff like this. LTC, these insane fucking like projections and nonsensical stuff that they saw. It was really just showcasing what it could do and then teaching the marketplace about crash cycles and warning people 2013, 14 here, you're about to get fucking wrecked, right? Already saw what GOX was doing. I'm like, this is coming to your fucking neighborhood right now. So the GOX bounce is actually this shit, right? GOX hit down like 100 and it was just dislocated from all the exchanges. The BTCE hits fucking about 408 or some shit in this wick and then comes blowing back through it. So this is the knife catch that we did in the room. And then so people are like, by then we have their attention. Demonstrated a crash cycle with Blackcoin, demonstrated a crash cycle with Piggycoin, using the fucking Nikkei, crazy shit people never seen before. Then forecasted the end of 2014 with a Fibonacci spiral fucking like overlay that no one ever seen before, and forecasted your galactic resistance, and we crashed right into 15. So in case you don't know where these comes from, there's nobody that ever did this shit before publicly. Location, time, and price, forecasted using fib spirals. Shit no one ever seen in their fucking life, right? What the fuck is this? All right, you can forecast where a population of emotional people will be in one location and another place in space and time by, Fibonacci distance away. There's crazy shit that people don't realize these tools could do. So this is really just a showcase of TradingView, is what it really is. So nobody really realizes that. The forecast of Apple, an entire year of behavior, no fucking, no financial statements. The entire behavior leading to the iPhone 6. There's no fucking analysis like this on the fucking planet. So big showcase of this, introduced a whole lot of concepts that you guys now think is everyday fucking marketplaces. There were no one doing moon cycles. This is the target low of the crash of 2015, about 150 at 0.2, long-term lunar target on lunar fucking timing, right? And that wave down after the next full moon is the dead low of the marketplace, which it bases out and double tests in summer. These are the biggest calls that were ever in crypto all the way to your present day. So I guess we'll catch up. This is the post that got Stan Bokov to ask me to help out with TradingView. So this is the very first one I put up in there, one of the very first ones. And it was this Litecoin before 2014, the location of the breakout and the target price of 31. It broke out on time and it topped at 31. And he's like, can you keep doing shit like that? And I'm like, yeah, sure. I didn't really know how to use the tools just yet. Shit looks ugly as fuck. I know, it's terrible. But anyways, for all you guys who don't know where your BTC bottom comes from, it comes from us. Bitcoin 2015, we created the awareness campaign and brought major hedge funds down to basically look at what fucking crypto was and make it fucking mom and pop ready. This is something nobody fucking gives us credit for, but at the end of the day, we did this more than fucking once. So yeah, you know, there's a lot more to it than people realize. I got all kinds of goodies in this folder, right? How many people are screenshot? Oh my God, he's going so fast. You guys ever see the time I predicted fucking Gatorade in the Super Bowl? That was a pretty good one too. Got the Super Bowl right and the Gatorade. Anyways, I'm trying to get to the good stuff. So there's your Gox before and after. All these good charts. CNBC, probably the best market read by an analyst on live TV fucking ever. Got fucked by a couple people in CT spamming me over there, but it's all good. That's not what I'm looking for though. So I'll get you to something to make it short and sweet. So this is the crash cycle of March 2014, warning them of the crash cycle. The first time people really got to look at this thing, before we had the author of the crash cycle join us on 2016 show, this is the first time we really showcased it. So by 2015, that lunar low had hit here, and then we had the forecasted low. We're waiting for it, and then you have your giant bull flag, right? That giant bull flag leads into the awareness campaign. When I find out your biggest OG's not in BTC and I get access to Gerber, I engineer the biggest awareness campaign of BTC and I bottom your fucking biggest shitcoin in the world. There's no one on the side of the trade. There's us and there's a couple $1 billion worth of hedge funds listen to what we say. This is why motherfuckers listen to what I say now. Because people who fucking around the whole time, they fucking know. I change people's lives in that fucking wave. And the motherfuckers who are in this fucking video right now, they're riding with me since this fucking time. And at the very tippity top, when nobody knew what the fuck was going on, I warned you of the dead high. From the bottom to the top. For people who are like, it's a lucky coincidence, Kaz. Lucky coincidence. No chance you could really have done that. You got a goofy mask on. I do have a goofy mask on. This is true. I ain't gonna lie. But, just for shits and giggles, we did it twice. That's Bitcoin's bottom, and that's BCH's bottom. Can you spot the difference? I bet you can't. Pretty funny, right? People trolling to me today. Who is this guy he thinks he is? Doesn't matter who you think I am, right? It doesn't change the facts. Jack, I got a letter in here. I'm gonna find it any minute. There's all kinds of goodies. Because if there was an altcoin boom in 2014 when I joined with TradingView and we pushed to have the major fucking shitcoin exchanges that you know today and love accessible by the broader fucking market, you don't have an altcoin boom to have an NFT boom right fucking now. I'm not just art, motherfucker. I am crypto. And you're welcome. I give a fuck if you know who I am. But you are welcome. You know what I mean? People talk a lot of shit. But if you don't know, ask a motherfucker. I should own that PFP. I am a real motherfucker. You know that? A real motherfucker. But I got receipts, bitch. It is what it is. Enjoy fractal analysis, bitches. What's the next Doge? Probably motherfuckers. Honest to gosh, right? If you look at the sentiment around what created Doge, it's really just a community manifestation. Like Doge was like picked out by a former business partner of mine, and he knew some things that I didn't know, about the community, but internally about pumps and things that were going on in it. The energy of the people in the Doge community is like nothing I've ever seen in any other one. Those people generally were supportive of each other, and they really manifested something crazy. That fucking coin went from a fucking joke to the hood of a NASCAR with these people willing into being. There was a hotel down in Ocho Rios across from my aunt's, and I was going to vacation, and I was like, yo, the hotel accepts Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Doge in Jamaica? I was like, how in the hell did you get that fucking coin to a hotel on a cliffside in Jamaica in 2014? That community's got reach, bro. You cannot shit on those guys. What they achieved as fucking being laughed at all the way was the exact sentiment that allowed those guys to fucking sustain that they're still here in 2022. If I tell you anybody that's a community that seems to have energy that rivals Doge, it's definitely motherfuckers. Those guys, that guy Satoshi is borderline fucking like beyond hilarious. The guy missed his fucking calling. But the reality is like he's not dumb, and people can really misconstrue like the shit posting he does is like he's not fucking like there, he's just a degen. That dude's a smart motherfucker, and that motherfucker tag works for everything. And those damn drawings are fucking hilarious. I don't care what he says. That shit's art. That shit's hilarious. I salute the motherfuckers team. That shit cracks me the fuck every time I read anything they fucking post. It's the funniest shit. But yeah. So, shout out to anybody flinging fucking bits. I appreciate you guys. PQ, Gurgit, CA. So for all the old heads, y'all know who the fuck I am. We have to rehash that out. But like, we are here in 2022, and there's some things we talked about in the space cash era that we're now seeing unfold here in 2022 with like, a food crisis and pandemic that it's been pretty wild for those who've been here like 6 to 7, 8 years to see the things we talked about in the late teens unfolding into the early 20s on time too. I think today we're going to focus a little bit more about like, where we are in the cycle in risk assets. I'm going to look more into like, exactly what action we're seeing right now overnight in crypto, because the market sentiment's kind of in place that the bounces in your blue chips are probably weak by now. And you're at a point like if this market is going to do something like that cycle, it's very close. Like you saw that shockwave for BTC in August through September. In October, it just tightens and tightens and flattens, and then it just breaks base, and then fucking everybody gets fucking smashed. And we talked about in a few other shows, like, if you're balls deep in some projects that you have timetables to see through for airdrops or for, reveals and things like that, the intelligent thing to do is hedge your net exposure in, if your base is Solana, if your base is ETH, to hedge it accordingly in the dollar market for the corresponding currency you're based in. So if you're holding fucking like, $5,000 worth of like, an ETH assets and NFTs, you want to be able to at least hedge, 5,000 USD short against it in the event that your USD valuation's under threat. You can keep your asset while doing that. That's effectively like simulating what funds do with the S&P 500, right? They don't all sell it out every time it fucking buckles down. They hedge off risk by, delta neutralizing the position with puts, or maybe buying, a specific ratio of VIX futures that will have an inverse relationship with their portfolio and allow them to hedge if volatility spikes. You can do similar things. You can, there's people who have access to Deribit, but, be proactive. The show says we do a lot of things that looks kind of silly and funny in our views, but we're saying real shit, and the idea is not to get caught up in the way we look, but listen to what we're telling you. Right? Information stands on its own 2 feet, and the market's in a crazy place where a lot of you can get removed from the system, from the cycle permanently, put you back in a McDonald's hat, no fucking jokes. So, be vigilant. Right now, the community's very quiet. Marketplace is really emotional, and none of that is a good sentiment for anybody that's fucking that long. And the bottom line is the fact that everyone's emotional and the market declining. When are you really fucking happy? When you're winning, right? Everybody's fucking salty. Everybody's long and still holding. That's a very, very bad sentiment read when the market is clearly being de-risked by the biggest powers that be. So these are all sentiment things. That's a mouthful. This isn't even supposed to be that kind of conversation. This is a night show. But we got to talk about shit because we're in the OtherVerse right now. And nobody can see straight, You like how I worked that in there, right? It was going to be in there. It's like one of those movies where you got to say the movie title. The Market Maker. I don't know. I tried to lift the floor of everywhere I go. Crypto is a fucking cesspool of pump and dumpers and scammers. I really give a shit if you listen to it, if you're in my fucking crew or not, but I give you the ability to fucking think on your own 2 feet, so you don't have to be a victim of those guys either. So I put my shit out there, and if you can pay attention, you're not a retard, you can use it. Otherwise, your bank account will teach you a lesson. It is what it is. You act there flipping burgers no time. Actually, you don't have to flip them no more. I think they got like a machine that fries them for you. You just got to get them off and get them in the buns. You'll be putting meat in buns for the rest of your fucking life. Who wants that? Expert meat handler. Well, most of you are already expert meat handlers. You just don't get paid for it. People focus on knocking everybody else down in order to elevate their relative position. It's the easier move to do. Being creative and inventive and doing something that nobody else does, that's the hard part, because it deals with taking risk and facing possible embarrassment. And if you're egotistical, you can't risk that. So, it's easier to just drop the hammer on everybody else and improve your position differently, right? But that's a crowded trade. Most people do that, and that's why the few, really drag the rest of us kicking and screaming into the fucking futures we never want to deal with. I wish I could get paid to handle my burger. Burger? Aren't you on fucking vacation right now, bro? What up, Burger? Are you in a place that you can fucking hit audio? We need some Burger audio right now if you're fucking available, you goofball. How long is that delay? And you guys realize that Trojan Mom is literally Burger's mother listening to her son talk about getting paid to play with his burger. I have a weird community. It's not a cult, but it's a cult, apparently. All right, I'm calling you. Let me get you on here. Who is messaging me while I'm in a show? Why do people keep doing that? I know you motherfuckers know I'm live and shit. And I'm like ADD, so I'm gonna read it. God damn it. Burger, where the fuck are you? Did you change your name to Salty? Burger, what the hell? I can't find you. Am I retarded? I literally can't find him. Bro, what the fuck? Damn. You literally wouldn't pop up, bro. It's not my fault. That was crazy. Yo, I just saw somebody call Salty Napolis that looks like they had your clone. Is your name also that?
Wait, who? What? Where?
I like literally typed Salty thinking you changed your name, and I just saw like a clone of a robot clone. It looks like it was pretty similar to you with the name Salty Napolis.
That is not me. I do have a Salty Sandwich Discord account.
It wasn't that. That was fucking trippy. This is a Burger Salty Sandwich, aka Salty Sandwich. I've actually collected some of his artwork, and I really like it. You know, and I think we made a pivot in the community to kind of like a more creator-based economy, because like there's really huge synergies to be had doing that, and just kind of getting, you know, as corny as it sounds, the creative juices flowing. What do you think, Berg? You been paying attention to that channel much?
A little bit. I've been trying to focus on the thing I'm working on, but I've been keeping my eye on it a little bit.
Is it AI to kill the world again?
No. This is an art project.
Oh, okay. Something more positive than the usual for you.
Much more positive.
All right.
No deaths. If anything, it'll save some lives.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, we've definitely the fact is, like, one thing we're talking about with this. So yeah, we did cover this in depth, right? So this is a key thing to pay attention to. So this was something you saw Goblin Town, saw motherfuckers, like, this is the exact move, right? You're tracking higher. You see this? Before we move off this, you're tracking higher from the 26 up through here, while literally the exact thing is happening, in crypto. The 25th. Well, you're pretty stationary. You're just not getting much movement. Like your ETH is really just going nowhere. Like he actually 25th right here, flat, while you get motherfuckers ripping, and you kind of get that same kind of psychology, the same location. So you gotta remember, what was the market like specifically? It's extraordinarily weak late in the fucking cycle, right? Over here towards 11 through 12, the market literally can't bump at all. It's like market is full de-risk mode coming out of 17. So is the stock market. Stock market's about to completely collapse here in September, right? And collapse to the point that PPT, the plunge protection team, is going to have to step in and save the stock market the day after Christmas. So the market, literally all risk assets are correlating by September and beginning to fucking fully deflate. So you get no upside pressure. If that's the psychology that we see today, right? And you've got your meme assets pushing because there's no fucking real fucking major capital to push out of them, and you've got your blue chips getting fucking pancaked. I'm telling you, the psychology of that looks a fuck ton like this shit.
It's definitely familiar. Definitely reminds me of back then. The vibe, the deadness of everyone.
Nobody's around, right? It's a ghost town everywhere. So nobody's around to capitalize on the big fucking de-risking move. When it fucking comes, it comes by, catches everybody at fucking sleep who's hiding from the fucking losses. This shit right here, obviously, once you have these little micro cap guys, they turn over, right? And then when fucking he's comes down, right, it's full correlation. Everything's going the same way, and the whole market just literally gets fucking wiped out. Everybody loses everywhere, and then all those people who are all nasty internally get broken, and that's what we call it, the backbreaker move. And then the fucking market ends up in depression, where everybody starts to fucking console each other. That's your bottom, right? There's dead bodies. It's like a fucking funeral out there. You want to pay attention to this emotional structure, because it's just not a psychology of a winning ecosystem or marketplace, right? Because it's not limited to Artifact or any of those guys. This is going on everywhere. Like, literally, I can't believe the amount of people that have had some horrible shit to say about Goblin Town yesterday. Like, people, every fucking body went after these guys yesterday. and literally everyone's getting punched in the fucking face. You know, it's not an accident. I'm trying to find it. Didn't post it. Where was it? People posted. I could just find his ass. This guy's got notable troll shit too. He trolled Bored Apes before it went fucking absolutely crazy, right? But the rise and fall of Goblin Town. It's like the hate is so bad. These are all like accredited artists, right? People who consider respectable artists. And they really can't just stop to show that, hey, we're just as nasty as everybody else. And with a little bit of leverage in society, we'll shit on everybody else too from our platform. Everyone's really vested in fucking playing the X over Y and stomping people down. And at the end of the day, there's phenomenal technology under the contracts of fucking Goblin Town. It's a lot more sophisticated than it appears, right? Those guys aren't clowns. So, you know, but this is a crowded trade, right? Everybody, everywhere, every artist of any accredited, acclaim feels the need to dump on this project. Well, isn't that a crowded sentiment? And if you're all focused on this shit, what the fuck are you building?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everyone from the top down. You got the guys from Artifact, you got the fans of Artifact, you got just random plebs on NFT Twitter, you got Beeple, who's like #1 in NFTs. Like, who else is there to sell the idea to?
All we know is that every one of these motherfuckers that are looking at this shit, you know what everyone staring at this shit's not staring at?
The short?
Fucking oil.
Definitely
There's a
oil.
bull market happening somewhere, and you're all worried about Goblin Town. You're all in fucking meltdown. What the fuck are you doing? The psychological crazy shit, right? But this is sentiment things. This is a bad sentiment. And so, you know, when you have negative energy, you manifest negative shit. Trying to head that off out of fucking Artifact and out of the marketplace as a whole isn't fucking like just some fucking like platform to stand on. I know what this means. You don't. Crazy, right? And I'm the bad, and I'm the bad guy, Burger. I'm always the bad guy.
You do look a certain way to make it an easy target.
I have a mask for that, but it's not been working to my advantage. This shit looks hot.
We should just get like a deep fake of my face and put it on your face, and then it'd be fine.
Fucking crazy, man. But it is sentiment things, and it tells you about, like, the only reason that you're worried about somebody else losing is that something's happening to you, right? Because we speak from our own POV, and we superimpose that shit onto other people, so it becomes easy to tell where people are standing when you really listen to a person. So I teach you guys the community. I pay attention when people speak. There's fucking gold in those words if you really listen from the right angle. Crazy shit. So what else is going on with you, Berg?
What else is going on with me? Well, doing a bunch of art. I should have this fat stack of pages of just design docs, and then I'm working on physical 3D sculpture right now, which is a new experience for me. That's basically it. I'm just doing art shit right now.
Check this out. This is this Hodge? Who's this? This is Hodge has some wild shit. So there may be actually, the ability to actually do these kind of like, awesome upgrades to like known artworks and actually post them. So hopefully we're gonna figure that out. But there's some awesome stuff he's created. Like, I'm obviously a big Marvel comic dork, if you can't tell by the fucking show themes yet.
Since when have you been a nerd?
I'm a fucking nerd like everybody else. This is, right? It's my clone. Check that out. How fire is that?
That's fucking sick. Dude, there's a lot of really talented people in the...
Amazingly talented people. So the point of that was, actually, I had a different point I wanted to make. Where are my bananas? Where's my bananas? So, the bananas. Let's focus on the banana. And not the way you're thinking, right? Oh, God damn it. That's not
shit. Sorry, I was getting distracted by the thought of the banana.
The thought of the banana? You ever thought of the one that undressed, right? That's the one that really got you.
Oh, God, that was hilarious. I did catch that piece.
So, where's our piece? Where's the original banana post? Oh, here it is. This guy, right? This NYCR is 120,000. So, did you even see this? This is funny, right? So, one guy posted a banana taped to the wall, and another guy ate the banana off the wall, and then called what he did performance art by eating the other guy's banana. At this point, guys, it's a $120,000 banana taped to a wall. And this is the moment you realize that you're all fucking artists. Because you want to tell me what talent exactly this is? right? It's just charismatic. That means art is nothing to do with skill. And the people you see talking like that, those are just shitheads. That guy Zaid is a shithead. He's a shitty person. He wished financial losses on people because he feels the hours he put in fucking warrants him something. You can put a lot of hours into a shitty project. You know that? Happened to all of us. We've all worked on something that didn't work out. Your hours spent means fucking nothing. You get fucking known in every business I've ever worked by your fucking result, right? Dan Locke says that. Fuck your time put in. Results are the only thing that matter. And if you fucking strike gold in 5 seconds or 5 fucking years, gold is gold. Only an asshole speaks like that, right? A degenerate shitbag who fucking got fragile ego issues. I call a spade what he is. He's a piece of shit. It's a shitty person.
He's just an asshole.
Just an asshole. I would never let a person like that sit at my fucking table, because a person with any more power that speaks like that will do bad things to people. He'll undermine people for his own fucking like position. He's a tyrant.
Yeah, he wants people to fail, and if he had the ability to, he would make them.
He would make them fail, right? You listen to people when they speak like that. That's a shitty person. Like, give that person more power, it gets worse. All right, and it's definitely something that people should really speak out against, because that's exactly what that goes against. Everything these fucking guys talk about being humble and grateful to be an artist. That's not like humble and grateful. It sounds like an entitled fucking cocksucker. The exact opposite of the shit they sell you with their spiritual BS they sometimes fucking adhere to and then don't. Like, fuck you. You're trash, dude. You fucking sit there on fucking an app that does 50% of the fucking goddamn work and pretend you're an artist. Everybody can fucking use Procreate to do what you do. You're a clown. Fucking cocksucker.
Yeah, if you watch any Procreate artist live streams of themselves, they undo a million times. It's not like they have the skill to draw the line the first time even.
No, they're all fucking sell you that you're incapable, and then use apps with fucking processing power like from God to pretend they're better than you. At the end of the day, if you could paste a banana in a Walter for $120,000, then art's not about fucking any of what they fucking told you, right? It's not some fucking specific skill, and values in the eye of the beholder and the value of the people who they subscribe to, right? That makes fucking art something completely else. I had a post on here that was really good for it.
Art is.
Wait, don't say that. I'm pretty sure I could find it. I'll keep it on here till I find it. All right, this is it. All right, what is art? Whatever you want it to be. There is no technical threshold that defines who's allowed to be considered an artist. That's just arrogant. Art is a representation of a social acceptance, right? That $100,000 banana is bought strictly because it represents an artist that you fucking feel that it's symbolic of what he does, right? The business of art then is PR. Has nothing to do with fucking technique. Who the fuck ever fucking said that? You ever seen Jackson Pollock, bitch? That ain't fucking technique. That's fucking just the fact that he's known and he's charismatic enough to be remembered. Never let people define what the fuck you are, right? Those pieces of shit fucking need to do that to make sure they protect their fucking position. Never let people speak for you or any of that shit. They'll fucking drop you into a hole, your family, friends. They'll smash your fucking capacity just so they can fucking elevate themselves at your expense, at your time of life. It's the most disgusting shit ever. At the end of the day, everyone in this fucking room can do better than a fucking banana on a wall. You know what the only difference is? You've never heard of who made this. You've never heard of who fucking made that. All right? If it was fucking the guy who made the banana, this would speak to your fucking soul because you're a beta soy protein motherfucker. Right? I always fucking, you see, it reminds me of Rembrandt. When you look at the brush strokes, I'll stroke right across your fucking face, you fucking cuckold bitch. Right?
Yeah, it's why I love Rothko so much. All he did was put like a color or 2 colors on a page, and it's fucking worth millions. It's awesome.
Right.
He fucking killed it.
It's nothing more than who you know. Every business works like this, right? Markets is 90% psychology. What the fuck do you think art is with a banana taped to a goddamn wall? 10% skill, 90% fucking marketing, right? Whatever the fuck. Fire.
Marketing, branding.
Look at this
social
shit.
Skills, networking. Yeah.
Better than a banana. Better than a banana. OG cover too. You even know? That's a Nomics fam fucking trio. Seeker. Fresh to death creative stuff though. The Nomics and in banana form, original as piss. And if this guy was somebody super famous, you'd be like, how fucking clever. Right? Completely subjective. And this speaks to the way we value things that are right in front of our faces or don't until fucking somebody else tells you should. Art is fucking like the greatest fucking experiment to teach you the way you fucking look at information and see it completely differently based on your biases. It is the ultimate fucking management of just bias. That's what's so fascinating about it, right? This is another point I wanted to make. Think about this. These are photoreal artists. That is a fucking person's drawing, not a photograph. This person has technically greater skill than 99.9% of the fucking planet in the art world that could try to replicate resolutions of artwork at this level. Mm-hmm. And they're unheard of and uncared about in the art spectrum, because to be this technically amazing, you have to be socially inept. This is what you get with coders who know how to fucking write millions of lines of code, but are the most abrasive piece of fucking shit you ever met that couldn't fucking make a relationship to use the technology they created to facilitate anything. So you need a cocksucker like me to come in and show you how to use your own shit, because you're too stupid to do anything but write code like a fucking chimp.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, that's when I used to do coding shit. I used to have to bring Smojo onto the team because I couldn't do the fucking sales.
Right. Never let people define what you can fucking be, right? It's still only to their benefit to fucking knock out your dreams. I find that a disgusting thing. You know why I built a brand like this that's so wide open? Because I had family members and friends who fucking did that fucking continuously for most of my life in front of my face until I fucking stopped out on all of them. And then I built my own shit. And I built something that would allow everybody who fucking been through the shit I've been through to recognize this as a portal to fucking get your own manifested reality for yourself in your own hands, under your own control. And a lot of people have done it. I could hide a lot of shit I put out publicly. I understand the people who fucking like make the effort, they'll find it. And only a few are going to do that anyway. So the rest will be, be hidden by their own biases and laziness.
They get distracted by the mask.
They get distracted by the mask or whatever other problems looking at this person as a messenger fucking brings them. I give a fuck all. Everyone wants Goblin Town. No, I hope not. I collect Marvel cards. Awesome shit. I don't know if there's a crypto project with Marvel rights now.
Would that be VV? They have Marvel rights.
VV? Oh, VV does, right. But that's just so pigeon. I wouldn't even call fucking what VV does NFTs. I call this digital fucking collectibles that's stuck inside a single network. I mean, those guys won't let you withdraw. That shit just looks scammy by the second. And they're always trying to keep everybody locked in, take it for how to get your money back out of you. So, I personally think you can get your money out of VV, get the fuck out of VV, or wait until it does allow it. But those people are complete setup. There's no velocity of capital anymore. People know they're not trying to let you out your profits, right? It looks beyond bad now at this point. So
it's so bad.
We've all made pretty good money on it, and none of us can get it the fuck out of there. Otherwise you take a 50% haircut to go black market that shit. At this point, we just wait, see if they let it out, whatever. Maybe it's fucking just a nice experiment. Someone's got 15 and 30 and 40 X's, and they'll maybe we'll have to let it go. But yeah, something's definitely wrong with VV. I don't trust that platform at all. And the fact they have Disney, DC, Marvel in there, and there's nobody fucking stepping to say, what the fuck are you guys doing, is kind of worrisome.
Yeah.
Nobody's
not really confident I'm going to get my money out of there.
As soon as you can get it out, if you can get it out, right? So
yeah, I can. It's gone.
Right, absolutely. Yeah, it should be. Let's see. Where do I have this guy? So I can put it on this screen. Let's do it. No. Where's my arc chart? Okay. So our crash cycle that we're watching, right, was arc. This is the other chart. We have the color scheme for this. Is so arc's bear flag, right? This was the worry. Come on, stabilize. See his rally is what's going on with the fucking dead cat in the market? Like nothing, right? Literally filled in our projection almost perfect. Just looks like a perfect bear flag. No upside potential. Like literally weaker than God. So this was the forecast made a few shows ago. And, we go over here and we look at, what happens here in the same place that we're getting that, right? This is what BTC is doing. It's really muted attempts at a rally. And when you're going to go eat it, like at the end of the wave, we're going to be super detailed about this, right? Your upside just dies. You just can't rally. Like it just can't go. Your bear flag is just literally garbage, right? It's just reducing in scale. You cannot rally, and you just step lower until it like literally fucking just smashes it through a base.
Need that last person to pull out, and then everyone dies.
Literally, and it would just rain off a cliff, and this will brick everybody into dust. Right? You're getting that. Like there's just compression of volatility, and the market literally doesn't want to fucking move, and then the sentiments are salty as fuck, it's definitely like a point to pay attention. Serious shit. So for all of my viewers, I'd like to see you be here and healthy afterwards. This shit can fucking ruin you. So pay very close attention. Many of us are in liquid NFTs. You don't necessarily want to go flinging shit out in the bid and take what's available. You're going to get fucking smoked in 30-40% on certain things. If you understand what I told you, you have X amount of dollars worth of like a project that's, denominated in ETH or BTC. Then you have the access and capacity to hedge it in those things, right? And you also have like exchange traded assets that allow you to trade these things. But these are gappies. So if you have access to crypto, you're probably better off in crypto. But keep an eye on the bull flag of this guy, right? This guy rotates up and out. He is the de-risk of all NFTs in crypto if he bars out from here. So uber dangerous. Completely free and clear shockwave over major high. This is a free and clear system. If he marks up again and the whole market rotates and it looks very close like it could do it, that's very dangerous. We check out our futures path we made. NQM. We made him on the night show wasted for the dead cat. So we look at this structure now. This is the danger we talked about this morning. If he stays in this range and stabilizes and rotates down, we pay attention. If he swings back through this high and doesn't manage to clear again, he's already lost the trajectory of the bear flag, right? If he's beginning rotation overnight, we want to watch this. This will happen probably rather quickly if it's going to happen, because it's going to be in the trajectory of, LTC structurally as a fractal of the corrective structure in the de-risk of 2017. So we look at this guy, it's a mirror. God damn, this thing's so annoying. Hide, right? So remember, when you're dealing with a bull flag as it evolves, you tend to have to redraw, and the final product can fool you as to how it unfolded. Remember that this guy would have looked like this at a point, and it would have fooled people he's rotating out. Remember, you don't buy it trend line breaks. You deal with structural rotation. So you would have to look at this. He crossed no major level. He bear flagged within range of this structure, and he legged down. You redraw again. He does it again. You have to do it again until you end up with the ultimate angle that he ultimately rotated, created a structure, and then began to stage an uptrend. So keep that in mind when you look at this and you say, wow, this is such a mirror image. Understand it's a bull flag under evolution. This is a complete evolution. We are monitoring the evolution. He can either hold this trajectory, he could rotate out and manage to hold this trajectory and aim down this level. For now, under this trajectory, he looks like he should, at this angle, aim towards this point by mid-July and then be able to bottom into this zone. And then that likely has the acceleration of a lot of our projects and full liquidations in some places. Celsius is blown up. Anything else that's like that probably gets revealed. And then you're in a place where the market fucking looks dead. And there's likely regulators who are going to come in here and take a sledgehammer to some things and some projects, because at the end of the day, this is something else we've got to talk about, right? Anybody see this thing about CZ and Binance being investigated for BNB, after 5 years of how they released that? Does anybody realize how really serious that is, that they would step up and be able to do something like that now?
Yeah, it's for what they did in 2017, right? That's not good. That's not good for crypto.
The fact is, right, we talked about this before. Most people don't really realize, where crypto comes from, or cryptography comes from, but it comes from the government, with MIT in the 1990s. And ultimately, if you're going to do wash trading, pump and dump schemes, structured Ponzi's, and do it in crypto, you are saying that you're willing to commit fraud and criminal activity and record it on an immutable ledger forever. Do you know how fucking insane this is? So the government doesn't have to rush to get you.
It's the government's wet dream.
To say it again, it's the government's fucking wet dream. They don't have to rush to prosecute you. You're not burning any evidence now, motherfucker. You have left all evidence of your crime forever in an immutable ledger, nice and organized for me to come back and rape your ass with. So I can take 5 years to come back for a multi-billion-dollar Ponzi scheme. And if that's the case, there is a whole lot of projects that you got to wonder what the fuck now, right? Because a lot of people today aren't really thinking about things like this. And I think they see that the SEC is not moving anywhere. There's a million scams going in crypto for the last decade. They can only cover so much, and certain dollar values attract them more than others. But, this is something that, is equally important. Another dude in the community tweeted this out today, right? Tweeting from the official Murakami Flowers account about an airdrop and then gloating about its effect on prices, blatant securities violation laws. You're actually insane using the actual official account from the thing you're providing liquidity to. You can't do that. That violates the Howey test. right? They're materially affecting the price. They're promising forward expectations of value, and they're creating liquidity, and they're manipulating the psychology of the market openly from accounts that track directly back to projects. Either somebody here doesn't have a fucking legal team, or we're in a very bad place in the marketplace that it's not mature enough yet to be what we want it to be. And you do need regulations for this, because this is clearly fucking market manipulation, that you can't have a marketplace doing this flagrantly. And you're doing this.
Not when it's an artist of the size of Takashi Murakami.
It's insane, right? And you're going to put it on the blockchain.
Fucking insanity.
Insanity. You're going to put this on the blockchain and leave that there for them to come back and investigate however big your project gets. I mean, you reach a market cap of $1 billion. You get big enough, it's going to be worth their time to come and get you too. At the end of the day, you're buying fucking hundreds of clones on your fucking official OpenSea. You're fucking market making your official Murakami Flowers account. And this is going on in every project. This is not just here. This is everybody's doing stupid shit like this. Right? Because they just literally don't understand how this works. You're promising future value. You're 100% all securities, and these things are complete securities. Promising bodies, houses, assets that you can keep as collectibles, 100%. So the fact that they went after CZ is scary, because so you do have time to do that. That's fucking not good, because now there's tons of projects that clearly fit the criteria that they were going after right there. And it's just the fact that they're just bogged down and just catching up. That's a whole different kind of fucking problem. Silence in the chat as the SEC convo rises. I mean, we can't hide from it, right? Oh shit. Ethan says he ended up taking the black market haircut on Vivi a few months back. I think it was 40% haircut. Holy fucking shit. That's what I'd heard. It was 50% to get the hell out of there, bro. It's that shit, to have the brands of Disney, Marvel, and fucking Marvel, Disney, and DC Comics all trapped inside that fucking thing. Is what the fuck is going on there? They look so schemish, what Vivi's doing. Yeah, I contemplated taking a haircut to get out. It's whatever. I think they have big enough brands. Somebody's gonna put a fork in their ass and they're gonna force them. But yeah, it's not good.
I'm looking right now. It's around 45 is the average. So 55% haircut.
So Mr. Crit said something interesting question, right? Do you think Murakami added liquidity will be the downfall of Nike in the metaverse? No. Because at the end of the day, what you're seeing in this collaborator economy is that none of the artists are employees of Artifact. None of the employees are employees of Nike, right? They are joint collaborations that honestly allow for plausible deniability. So I think that may be the vector that keeps Nike away from this, is that they have a hands-off approach to this subsidiary they picked up, and the subsidiary is doing one-of-one joint ventures with collaborators that are their own independent entrepreneurs and artists. I think that allows you to say, we didn't know what they were doing, and we didn't have a corporate interest to manage their actions. And that's the conversation I had today. And it's I can see that making a certain kind of sense, that this kind of decentralized business model actually allows for them to have plausible deniability and accountability to some of the actions of these third parties.
As long as Benito himself doesn't say something of the nature of what Takashi did,
I think Takashi just honestly doesn't know better, and somebody's not telling him that you really can't do this and connect it all together like that. I think he innocently is just having fun and doesn't realize that that's illegal in the United States. I really think he is innocently not really totally aware that he can't do it, or he would definitely make the steps to hide it. The reason it's so clearly obviously his accounts is that he doesn't know any better. So I think it kind of is a level of, I think it's a level of naivete that people believe their own hype about the JPEG army, that this stuff is just something so foreign from capital markets that it's its own world you can't regulate, but it actually is. So it's a lot of money. You're dealing with 9-digit fucking asset pools out there that these guys are having access to, go from fucking $1 million to fucking $100 million. It'll make you not see straight. You saw what fucking big money did to fucking LooksRare. It mind fucked that entire exchange. They could not keep their hands out of the WETH, right? Grab it and send it to Tornado Cash. Worst PR move in fucking history. Do you believe Satoshi actually existed? I'm going to show you Satoshi Nakamoto. You want me to show you Satoshi Nakamoto? I'm going to show you Satoshi Nakamoto. You had a phone call with Satoshi Nakamoto? Did he bring did he bring the drinks up too, or did he fucking screw you over on the drinks at the doorway?
It was a phone call. There's no drinks exchanged.
No drinks exchanged? Let's see if I can find this real quick. What am I on? I'm on, yeah. So whether Craig Wright's part of this team or not, I guess that remains to be seen.
Craig Wright was Homeland Security. I'm pretty sure he was. Him and Kleiman were both Homeland Security. Hal Finney was DOD.
DOD. All right, let's see if we can find it. I'm trying to find it. Oh, is it not coming? It's not coming up on the MIT page anymore. How to make and mint electronic. Huh?
That's funny that they hate it now.
They finally took it down. So this page, this used to be it. This is the MIT white paper from 1996 with the NSA and MIT on how to design basically the cryptocurrencies you know. It finally doesn't come up anymore. I have it screen saved somewhere. Let's see. Somebody probably has it. Let's see.
Someone the other week sent me this old document. They had the government had another team with a different name that also ended in like Nakamoto.
Here, somebody got it.
Like they literally done the exact same thing before.
Oh, he put the link, you idiot. You gotta take the screen grab. Ah, you jackass. Let's see if I can. Somebody has an image for this. Here it is. Yeah, this is actually it. This is the paper for it, but NSA permission to make this report available. This is a white paper on MIT's page that goes over the entire structure of cryptographic currency proof of work. This is where it first comes out. This is a long time in the making. Who do you think could actually make the best funded project first? A bunch of fucking goofballs trying to stumble around while nobody since can make a better coin that's a better stable, form of value. No, the best project funded first is likely got the best kind of money behind it. To get everybody to accept something that they would put their entire life on the line, on the record in front of the world and not know who the creator is. That is the ultimate thing you should have a government conspiracy conversation about that nobody would, right? This is definitely for the people. You've recorded all your financial crimes on an immutable ledger that the government now has software to fucking completely audit. Does that sound like this is something the public would have ever wanted to do when they're trying to go off grid? Does it even sound off grid to be on a goddamn fucking database? No, it doesn't. Think about it. Off grid database. What doesn't fit into that fucking conversation? It's fucking insane. Yeah, Ethan's not even lying. You cannot literally say Howey test or talk about this. And he's the first one who actually pulled up the details of the Howey test to really look at this. It's actually crazy. They like many of these projects hit every check mark for violating the Howey test you could. It's like they fucking dance a jig on it. It's like, are you trying to fuck up? Like, what are you doing? Isn't that crazy that MIT page is down? I've been showing you guys that shit for like, a decade. It's like, it's finally down. I wonder how long they leave that thing up for.
I found the slightly older one. The team was a dude named Tatsuaki Okamoto.
Put it into the chat link right here. Let me hit the link for it.
Yes, this was 91. What's Discord freezing?
You in the Discord, or are you putting it into the chat of YouTube?
It's just Discord.
Okay, I get it.
Loading. Oh my god, it's 20 megabytes. Why the fuck is it 20 megabytes?
What did you load in there? Just give me a link or something.
It's just a picture. I don't have a link.
Okay, don't worry about it. At the end of the day, like,
also,
I think
the other guy's name is Kaz Zua.
I have nothing to do with this.
Sure. You just told us how you brought the market in. You bought him Bitcoin. I have nothing to do with it. Bullshit.
I just make markets. I don't make what's in them. I don't make what's in them, buddy. So this type of electronic payment system focused on this paper is electronic cash. As the name implies, electronic cash is an attempt to construct an electronic payment system modeled after a paper cash system. Paper cash has such features as being portable, easily carried, recognizable, legal tender. This shit's interesting. If you read it and they get to the proof of work, we have to find it all to put it back together, but it's there. But yeah, who is Satoshi? He's likely like a pseudonym for a group of people. Whether Craig Wright was part of it or not, maybe, but it's likely a team of guys that are responsible for a Black Ops project that was extremely well funded at the very fucking inception. What are we running? Hour and 5. Damn, that went by fast. Ross is dropping Monero miners. I don't get that joke. What's going on? The size of the file. I'm like, what? That's pretty funny.
It's just like a 4K image.
I'm gonna tell out Harry Potter books in a bull market. Interesting. Nike would shut that shit down. I think Nike's hands-off approach has allowed the extension of the brand into the collaborative sphere to be doing things like this. And they may not fully understand the details of what they're doing, but their legal team is top-notch. They probably actually understand plausible deniability is involved in this because of the structure. At the end of the day, you have to prove like intent, like all the way back up to Nike through this chain of business they're doing. I don't think you could. So I don't think Nike's really at risk. I think they've structured the business in a way that they're not dumb. If they partner with anybody and realize they don't have full control of like the business they partner in, I'm guaranteeing you that they understand how to segregate risk in that situation. And the fact that Artifact is doing business with people that aren't under Artifact, and creating these collaborations, I think it's easy to say that nobody's pretty sure of who's doing what. And that's the gray area you can operate.
Why would Nike monitor the Twitter accounts of 1099 employees of a subsidiary company? That doesn't make any sense. Why would they do that?
And then fucking Murakami is not a 1099 employee of the subsidiary company. He's an independent fucking contractor doing business as a collaborator with independent company. It's like so many degrees of separation. So I think that's kind of the gray area that they count on in this. And, a good lawyer for the corporate side of them could probably argue this in court and make them walk out with a cost of doing business that makes the whole venture worth it. And that may be a calculated risk that what the ultimate fine they would end up getting for this down the line, if this entrenches them as the Web3 merchant of collectible goods, is probably worth the cost to cement the entire industry. Because we already seen the fines in the white collar world never make sense with the crime. So at the end of the day, there are companies in Europe that create businesses that sell toxic products and fucking deal with the courts at the speed they move to ban those products and take the fines that come with it as a cost of doing business, knowing that the business will fit inside of the scope of time it takes for them to be attacked. So, what people would do for money is a crazy thing.
Right. I mean, we just saw like Unilever with their toxic, cancerous baby powder got fined like $10 billion, but they've sold $300 billion worth of baby powder over the last 100 years.
Right. It's not that they didn't have the information to know the baby powder is toxic either, but your ability to fucking bring it to fucking court and fucking find them, well, if it takes you 30 years, then the business is a done deal. And so that's it, right? The punishments don't fit the crimes.
It's just cost of doing business.
At the end of the day, the whole market is engaged in what fucking they're going after CZ for. This is going to be a monumentally low fucking conundrum to take apart. A $7 trillion marketplace of assets, being run by God knows who everywhere. How many of these fucking projects you can't even figure out who the goddamn person running it is, right? It's not even really organized for them to really fully take it apart, but they have time on their side because all their crimes are on immutable ledgers. So, pay attention to what's going on, because when markets break into lows and people take pain, people complain, and people demand fucking a response to save me, and that is the fucking exact thing that the regulators want to say, you want my help? Let me protect you from yourself real quick. And they're going to come in and change things that ultimately fucking take a whole tranche of people away from the market forever. And that's where new bottoms are made. So I think that's a pretty good fucking spiel for an hour. What do you guys think? You guys learn a lot?
Thought it was pretty good.
I thought it was pretty good. I'm gonna have my rest of my drink on the show here with you guys and chill. Burger. You want to share some vibes, or maybe some art? I don't know. You got anything that's interesting you want to drop in the art channel? I'd love to see it.
Not on this computer.
Not on that computer.
Actually, maybe on my phone.
If you got something, let's see if anybody else got anything dope in the art channel. What else we got in there? Oh, some more banana action. Look at this. Yeah, dealing bananas. See, you'd want to collect this if you knew who he was.
Yeah.
You guys are all about some motherfucking bananas now, right? And that's director. That's a director Veil original design right there. But yeah, what is art? Whatever the fuck you want. They'll let anybody fucking define your reality, right? Because if you allow that shit, they fucking will. And it's going to be your fucking fault if you fucking listen to that shit, right? So pay attention to what we're going through right now in the marketplace. This is serious. We rotate down by morning. Pay attention to it, right? Because if it's a bear flag, it's going to be pretty much in the scale and trajectory before it rotates, especially if you're deep in like, the crash cycle structure itself, right? It tends to be not much more amplitude to fucking like throwbacks. It just starts to actually bury people. So if it's structurally like this, right, the amplitude of your counter structures is getting smaller and smaller. And you're just like having nothing to escape with, right? It's just literally fucking nothing until it compresses you. There was almost nothing here with the bounces in equity markets. LTC is the garbage we talk about paying attention to, and he looks fucking bad, right? So this guy goes down through here. He can very much do this shit right now. So you want to pay attention to that because he's going to correlate with everything else. They're all going to come down together. So kind of what I was worried about. There's a little bit of emotions in the market yesterday. Market throws back when people take a breath, and then fucking people hold their breath, and now you're like, oh no, right? So pay fucking attention to this shit. For many of you out here paying attention, right, you should probably be already hedged. Looking at this, right, this is the line in the sand that you're dealing with on ETH. Wrong chart. ETH. Right, this trajectory, let's make this guy perfectly accurate. Keep this angle on there. I probably put alert for him and him. If he violates this on rotation, you're gonna have like a stay of execution. If not, right, D-Day is like around the corner here. So back up from this guy and look at it, right? Same pressing down right now. This little base, you can't see it in this chart over here, right? It's this triple bottom from May 2021, the lower BTC climax down like massive on the live show, right? That low, and then testing it, stop running it. You're literally hanging by a thread on that. And just like we said here, BTC has no volume in this area, right? This entire area is vacant. So the market can easily, once it throws back down here, can just brick right to the last place it had any liquidity, which is down at, like, inside Boats and Cokes at Troll Party. If you guys remember this chart's all your key levels from before we left the range back in 2018. So this is likely, if you stay under grandma and you bear flag this, you're likely going to get thrown down into this area. If we do get barred down, like, don't panic. The places that the market likely has a chance to slow the fuck down if he gets barred down into rapid de-risk, it's probably this shockwave zone here. Somewhere from fucking 1995, worst case like 16.6 or something like that. In this counter structure that led to the fucking blowout, this is probably your only liquidity zone on the first way down as he comes into the old system. He probably won't stop dead on this, probably throw a liquidity wick right down into this range. You see that, and you're gonna see crypto broken. You're gonna see people fucking literally like just emotionally wrecked. That's likely it. And then you have to wait for like a helo for the market to rotate from that. But this would be our fractal lucky 13 if that goes down that way. If I could find that again. I put that on the chart. God damn, it, too a lot. Lucky 13. So right, I gave you, like, see, fractal lucky 13, this structural low of your crash cycle. If it occurs, will probably be where LTC bottoms in the summer. And then the lucky 13 will be like, your fractal lucky 13. You're looking for this to basically, like, the last bear flag and death move. And you can see it, right? The last bear flag is really muted. There's not much upside to it. Almost like the shit you're seeing right now, right? Like, literally just a fucking nothing bear flag. It looks alike when you're in that spot. So if you don't get this fucking up move, you get fucking wrecked, right?
Dude, these charts just look so gross. They look so bad.
They look so bad. There's nothing bullish about what the fuck we're looking at, right? An idiot can play along this entire tide to make money. This is definitely pay the fuck attention, but opportunities are made here. And emotions are high. Logical choices get made when emotions are high. This thing takes a fucking volatile move with the market the way it is. There's going to be deals out there. Period. So I think that's as much as we want to cover in an hour and some. I want to overload you guys. Thanks for coming back for the restart. Sorry I was a little late. I hope you guys learned a lot. Burger, thanks for randomly joining me out of the blue. That was definitely fun. It's chill.
Vacation's over Friday. Friday? Yeah, Friday. Vacation.
Where'd you go?
Working on something.
Oh, you're hiding secret locations. I like that.
I mean, I'm still in my mom's house, but.
oh, mental vacation. I got it. So
yeah, mental vacation. Well, no, it's not. I'm working on something. It's It's a vacation from the markets, which I haven't really missed much in the markets. So that's
No, it's a good time you can set in your hands. We talked about that. So, well, shit, that's cool. I hope to have you back Friday. For everybody out there, stay safe, paying attention to this. You know, if we don't see you every day leading up to whenever this either happens or doesn't happen, you guys have all the information to make, hopefully, a intelligent choice. We don't make your decision for you, but we try to give you the information to make better choices, right? The last thing you want to do is go from one fucking zealot army following some leader blindly to a different one. I might be a kind of weird dude, but my goal is not to make you follow me blindly. I just want you to think. And if you can do that, you can have an independently valuable idea, you know, in a sea of people who fucking are looking for someone to confirm their fucking biases. That does nobody any benefits. So we try to share as much information as we can, but you have to make your own choices. Remember, I can never tell you, hey, sell this or buy this, because it's gonna be missing the context relative to yourself, your time frames, your risks, you know, and it's subjective to every single person how they plan to approach the market. Make plans, treat it like a business. Don't pay attention to too many things. You know, in a de-risking environment, things are so highly correlated. You just need to be right on the asset that's going to give you the move. With the stocks, indexes are really the place to be. If you're going to go down, indexes are going down and they're liquid. If you're in crypto, you don't got to short every thin shitbox fucking, you know, perp contract. BTC's liquid. If it's going down, he's going down, right? You know, and some of the bigger guys with high utility, that's where the money's flowing out of in a deleveraging situation. So stay safe out there, guys. Make sure I see you, you know, for weeks and months to come. All right? Peace out.
Radio.
That was fun, man. Good to see you.
Welcome to Winternomics.eth. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4. Welcome to Winternomics.eth. Your stream will begin shortly.